Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style.
And I'm Jill Chivers from shopyourwardrobe.com.
Now, we were just talking about colour, and we've made a video about turquoise and why it's such a fantastic universal colour.
Yeah.
But it was one of the things I've noticed, and I've talked to Jill about this privately, is that she, because I've said, you should add some purple to your wardrobe. She said, no, not going there. Don't want to do it. And it's funny, so even though we both might dress to a palette, so we've limited our colours from 16 million down to 50,000 possibilities, then Jill's made a decision that she limits her wardrobe to yellow, orange, turquoise, green, and leopard print. Let's call it leopard print a colour. Brown.
Well, it's more than a colour, but we
Yes.
can call it a colour. But that's pretty much it. If you walked into my wardrobe, that's what you would see. You would see those 4 colours and variations thereof, and animal print. And there might be the occasional, I think since then I probably, felt like I'll get a purple scarf, which I got at a charity store or something.
But she never wears.
Low investment. But when you look at the palette of colours, which I could have, I don't know.
There is a rainbow.
Yeah.
There is a full rainbow.
There
So
is.
within there you've got a red, an orange, a yellow, a green, a blue, a violet, a pink, and then, and variations within. So
Yes,
the fact
hundreds
that
of colours.
I'll have 4 out of even my possible, if we just talk in red, orange, yellow in the rainbow of colours,
Yeah.
you've gone, I'm only going to have 4 out of the 7.
And what was interesting too was Imogen saying she was curious about why I'd limited myself. And
Yes.
even that was really interesting because my response is, I don't feel limited. I don't feel remotely, in fact I feel liberated. So I do not feel limited. So I think that's an interesting thing too, that for you, if there was just 4 colours you had to choose,
Yes.
it would be limiting, it would be a constraint. And I think this is when people feel that having their colours done is going to limit them. This is what they're thinking,
Yes.
that it's going to give me less choice. And for me, that structure, those boundaries have actually freed me to throw myself fully into the 4 colours that I love and abandon all the others that I know I can wear or I occasionally wear.
But they just don't float your boat.
They do not. Or, I think, look, maybe I should have this colour and I'm out and about and I see something. I think, look, I'll give a nod to that and I might wear it for a little while because I've got it and, I don't believe in owning things and not wearing them. But really, I could do without it very easily. That would be not a difficult thing to let go of. Whereas things in those 4 colours I find quite, and of course leopard print, anything in that I find quite difficult. And that's been an interesting journey for me as well, to say it's okay, not to buy something just because it's leopard print, and it's okay to let something go in that.
And it's funny because I may wear, people often say you wear a lot of blue.
Right.
And I do, but I wear a lot of different shades of blue.
You do.
It's not just all one blue.
And sometimes you wear them together as
And
well.
I do wear multiple blues at the same time.
Yeah.
But there's also that element that I will often sometimes, like within my palette, the only colour I don't get is orange because I'm cool and there is no cool orange. But apart from that, I have a big rainbow of colours I could possibly wear.
Yes.
And one of my things too is, and part of this is I like options. So, and I think this is where I am very much options based and I get bored more easily. And part of it is colour, but I think, I've been wearing blue and I'm a bit sick of blue. And so I want more colours in my wardrobe because then I feel I have more options. I have more options to mix and match. I don't need to, so I can just wear shades of blue together, but I can wear blue with red. I can wear blue with pink. I can wear blue with purple. I can wear blue with white. I can wear blue with black. I can, I can wear blue with brown. And so therefore I feel I have more options, and blue and green should always be seen. And I wear blue and teal. And
Yeah.
So for me, it's partly about my need for variety and options, I think.
Yes, exactly. And we all have a need for variety, for novelty, but it looks so different to different people. And I think this is where, when we look at other people, we can often trip up our interactions with them by assuming that my version of variety or novelty is your version of variety and novelty, even though we both have that same need. It just manifests really, really differently, and that, to me, that's what makes human beings so interesting and style so fascinating. Is if you looked in Imogen's wardrobe, there is a kaleidoscope of colour, and gradations of colour as well. There's so much more, you have so much more variety, not only in colour but in style and construction as well. Whereas I have a version of a uniform. I
Yes.
do.
And we have made a video about this uniform concept as well that you can, well, I'll link to in the show notes.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's certainly a fascinating thing. And I think when you think about your wardrobe and the range of colours that are possible, and then the range of colours that you actually choose from those possibilities.
And it's interesting, it's one of those comments I also hear and I read about on my Facebook groups and my programs, is some people say, I decided to create a capsule and I find it so freeing.
Right.
And this is where it really depends. For some people it is actually incredibly freeing to limit choices. And for other people it feels stifling. And this is why there is no one right or wrong. And that is, I think, the big message of everything that I ever do is there's no one way, there's no one right or wrong. You can work out what works for you.
Yes.
But yeah, this is where when there's any sort of extremist, I'm anti-extremist. And I think that's my one thing, is I don't like anybody to go, you have to do it this way and it's the only way. Because what works for you doesn't necessarily work for me.
Yeah.
But knowing what you like, I think that's where that exploring and growing, and you've tried enough things in the past, so it's not like you went, I'm only going to wear these colours for the rest of my life, and you made that decision at the age of 10.
Yeah.
This is something that you've come to over time where you go, these are the things that make me happiest.
Yes.
And I think yellow is a colour that's come in more in recent years, hasn't it?
Yes, I have been wearing more yellow, and I do tend to do the multiples thing, so I have a number of yellow jackets. I just happen to be wearing the one on this occasion.
Not all at the same time.
No, not all at the same time. That's for another video. But yeah, so yellow has been a relatively new thing to add in more. I mean, for a while there, it was orange and turquoise.
Yes.
That was pretty much it, and leopard print.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is something to think about, going, do I like more, do I like less? What do I want more or less?
Yes.
What is the thing that actually makes me feel the most free?
Yeah, and I think you can put that on the foundation of the feeling state that it gives you or what it does to your thinking. And I think that's a really helpful thing to recognise, that for me, this ties into a feeling state which is very, very positive for me. And that's all I need to know about it. And that's enough to justify that decision if it needs justifying. And I think that's what's interesting about it as well, is knowing what makes you feel terrific, positive, good, secure, excited about your wardrobe, whatever it is that you need.
Yeah. So we'd love to know your thoughts on whether you need more or less colours.